Today's recipe is a stunning layered pound cake. It has one layer of vanilla and then a sort of light chocolate layer and then a richer, darker chocolate layer. And it always bakes up so beautiful, a little bit different each time, but that doesn't matter because it's both delicious and stunning to look at. So follow along to find out how to make it. I just whisked 3 large eggs. To that I'll add 1/3 cup of milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Give that a whisk and then set it aside for a minute. In my mixer here, I have 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar, and to that I'm adding 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm mixing the dry ingredients and the sugar together first because I'm using a reverse creaming method, not my usual butter and sugar creaming, but I mix all the ingredients together and then add the flour, and that gives a really nice tender texture to your cake. So 1 3/4 cups of flour just directly into the mixer. It's so weird when I first started doing this, it made me so uncomfortable because I'm so trained to think that you have to cream the butter and the sugar. To that add 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of kosher salt. Then you do want to mix it. You still want to make sure that your leavener is mixed throughout the dry ingredients, so give it a mix. Then you add your butter. It's 2 sticks plus 2 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter cut into cubes. Cut it up before it becomes room temperature and then let it sit for a minute to soften. Then you mix in the butter until it has the texture of coarse crumbs. You want to make sure that the flour is coated in the butter, and coating the flour in the butter is actually inhibiting the gluten from forming as it bakes, and that's why this is going to be so tender. Then you add your wet ingredients. I like to add about half of it and mix it in just so it gets combined. If you add too much all at once, because it's so fatty in there, it might slide around a little bit, so you add about half of it, beat it in, and then beat in the other half. You want to beat until there are no lumps, everything is smooth. Give it a scrape as you always do so that everything that's stuck onto the bottom of the bowl, if there is anything, comes up. That's it. Get your oven preheating to 325. I forgot to mention that. In this large bowl, I have 4 ounces of melted semi-sweet chocolate as well as 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. This is going to be the darkest chocolate layer, and I'm putting it on the bottom. When I developed this recipe, I never tried it with the chocolate on top, but I assumed that I should put it on the bottom because the chocolate would make it heavier, and if I put it on top, it would just sink to the bottom anyway. I don't know. Add to that 1 1/2 cups of batter to that chocolate mixture. Really what you're doing is dividing this cake mixture evenly, and it's about 1 1/2 cups per layer. You can measure it, you can weigh it, or you can eyeball it. It's up to you. Whisk to combine. I'm just realizing as I'm saying it that I'm going to have to get a clean spatula for my last layer because I want it to be only vanilla, right? So scrape up all the chocolate on the bottom. Then you can transfer this to your 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. The pan should be buttered. I didn't find that you needed to flour it, so I didn't flour it. Spread this into an even layer. Tiny offset spatula is one of a baker's best friends, I think. I love mine. So that's the first layer. Second layer, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder can go directly into that same bowl, and then add another 1 1/2 cups of the batter. Stir that together. So this is making a lighter chocolate layer. It's got a very faint chocolate color, and it distinguishes itself from the bottom layer nicely. Dollop this batter over the top of the darker chocolate batter. Spread evenly, same, and then your last layer is the vanilla layer. Dollop that right on top of the chocolate layers. Spread to cover, and then Your oven should be at 325 by now. You're gonna wanna bake this until a cake tester inserted in the center comes out clean. That'll take about an hour and 30 minutes. If you find that it's getting really dark on top, just tent it with some foil about, I would say, start checking about a half an hour before it's supposed to be done. So, here it is, it's nice and cool. You're gonna wanna let it cool in the pan for about 15 minutes before you remove it to a wire rack and then let it cool completely. I mean, that does generally take an hour or two, but I think it'll be worth the wait. Because, ta-da! It's like a sand painting, right? Look how beautiful that is. All these different layers, it's just gorgeous. And it's not just beautiful, but it's gonna taste great too. So maybe make 2 of these and then bring them to an office party so you can really show off. Leave one at home though. You don't wanna share all of it with everybody. It's a great combination of deep, rich chocolate and sweet vanilla. You're gonna love it. If you like recipes like this and you want more, make sure to click like and subscribe because we have plenty more where this came from.